Standard 6, Subject Maths, Chapter 5, Decimal Fractions. Today, let us see practice set 17. Let's learn. We have seen that 5 upon 7 divided by 2 upon 3 is equal to 5 upon 7 as it is. Division we convert into multiplication and we write the reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of 2 upon 3, that is 3 upon 2. And then we multiply the numerators, 5 3s are 15, upon the denominators, 7 2s are 14. So this you have already learned. Now today you are going to learn how to divide decimal fractions. Okay, so let's learn division of decimal fractions. Look at the first example. 6.2 divided by 2. First step will be to convert decimal fraction into a common fraction. This also you have learned by now. So 6.2 we write as 62 upon 10 divided by 2 upon 1. 2 can be written as upon 1. This is equal to, now 62 upon 10 we write as it is. Division becomes multiplication and the reciprocal of 2 upon 1 we write as 1 upon 2. And from here onwards, you know how to solve. If you can divide, you will divide and then multiply. So we know that 62 can be divided by 2. 2 31s are 62. So we write the answer as 31 ones are 31 and 10 remains. So we write upon 10. This is equal to 3.1. 1 0 in the denominator. So in the numerator, number is 31. So we write 31 as the answer and place a decimal point before one digit. So 3.1 is your final answer. So basically while dividing decimal fractions, what we have to do? We have to convert them into, yes, common fractions, and then we have to multiply the reciprocal and solve. Okay, let's see second example. 3.4 divided by 5 we write as 34 upon 10 divided by 5 upon 1 is equal to 34 upon 10 into 1 upon 5 is equal to 34 upon 50. Now 34 upon 50 we are going to multiply by such a number which will give us the denominator 10, 100 or 1000. We know that 52s are 100. So we multiply by 2. 34 upon 50 multiplied by 2 in numerator and denominator gives us 68 upon 100 is equal to 0.68. 2 zeros, so decimal point before 2 digits. And there is no other digit, so we place a 0 in the integer. Okay, so this way you can solve division of decimal fractions. Third example, 4.8 divided by 1.2. Now both the sides we have decimal fractions. So let's see how to write them. This is equal to 4.8 we write as 48 upon 10 divided by 1.2 we write as 12 upon 10 is equal to 48 upon 10 into the reciprocal 10 upon 12 is equal to 10 and 10 gets cancelled. 10 ones are 10 and you divide 48 and 12 by 3. In 3's table we get both the numbers. Okay, or directly you can do 12 fours are 48. If you divide by 3, then again you'll have to divide further. So directly 12 fours are 48, answer 4. This working you can show in your steps if you want, or you can do rough work also. Okay, so let's now start practice set 17. Question 1. Carry out the following divisions. There are 4 sums in this. Let's try to solve them. First one, 4.8 divided by 2 equals, now 4.8 we write in common fraction as 48 upon 10 divided by 2 upon 1 is equal to 48 upon 10 into reciprocal 1 upon 2. Now see if you can divide any numbers. Yes, 2 24s are 48. So 2 ones are 2, 2 24s are 48, and we get 24 upon 10, and the final answer we write as 2.4. So we have to finally reach a stage where you get 10, 100 or 1000 in the denominator and convert the answer into decimal fraction again. So first we have a decimal fraction, we convert into common, we divide, then we multiply the reciprocal, and then we again multiply by a suitable number to get denominator 10, 100 or 1000 and write the answer in decimal fraction. So we start with a decimal fraction and end on a decimal fraction while dividing a decimal fraction. Okay, let's see second sum. 17.5 divided by 5 is equal to, now to remove the decimal point we take it upon 10 because after decimal point 1 digit. So 175 upon 10 divided by 5 is alone, so we take 5 upon 1. This is equal to, now we have to multiply 175 upon 10 into reciprocal is 1 upon 5. 5 upon 1 we do not write as it is, we write the reciprocal when division turns into multiplication. Now let's see, can we divide 175 by 5? Yes. 5 threes are 15, 2 carried, 2 and 5 25, 5 fives are 25. So this way we get 35 upon 10, which is equal to 3.5. Okay, so this way you're going to solve your division sums of decimal fractions. Third sum, 20.6 divided by 2 is equal to 206 upon 10 divided by 2 upon 1. Okay, after decimal point we had 1 digit, so upon 10 we took, where we get 10 in the denominator, is equal to 206 upon 10 into, now division becomes multiplication in the second step. Okay, and we write the reciprocal of 2 upon 1 as 1 upon 2. Third step, see if you can reduce the figures. Yes, we can reduce the numbers. 206 is divisible by 2. 2 ones are 2, 203s are 206. So we get the answer 103 upon 10. And now it's the time to place the decimal point. So 10 in the denominator, so answer will be 10.3. Okay, before 1 digit we place the decimal point. Fourth sum, 32.5 divided by 25 equals 325 upon 10 divided by 25 upon 1. So we have converted them into common fractions, is equal to, now multiply and write the reciprocal. 325 upon 10 into 1 upon 25. 25 ones are 25 and then 7 is left. 7 and 5 becomes 75. 25 threes are 75. So you got 13. 25 13s are 325. You can do the rough work and check it out. So 13 ones are 13 and 10 in the denominator. 13 upon 10, final answer is 1 upon 3. Okay, so this way we have solved the first 4 sums of the main question 1. Now let's go to question number 2, which is a word problem. A road is 4 km 800-meter long. If trees are planted on both its sides at intervals of 9.6 meter, how many trees were planted? Okay, let's try to understand the question. A length of the road is given 4 kilometer, 800-meter long, and trees are planted on both sides. So first we'll find trees planted on one side and multiply by 2 to get the answer for both the sides. To find the trees planted on one side, we will have to divide the total length of road by the interval at which the tree is planted. Where is the tree planted? See, 9.6-meter interval. Now, since the interval is in meters, we will convert the distance, that is the length of the road, also in meters. So, let's start the sum. Length of road is equal to 4 kilometer, 800 meter. Now, we want to convert it into meters. So, 4 kilometer we will convert into meters first and then add the 800 meters to it. 4 into 1000, because 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. So 4 into 1000 meter plus 800 meter is equal to 4000 meter plus 800 meter is equal to 4800 meters. Number of trees on one side. Now let's see number of trees on one side first is equal to the length of the road, which we have done in meters now. Take it 4800 divide by 9.6. Why divide by 9.6? Because 9.6 is the interval at which the trees are planted. So this is equal to 4800 upon 1 divided by 9.6, convert into a common fraction, 96 upon 10 is equal to, now we will multiply and write the reciprocal. 4800 upon 1 into 10 upon 96 is equal to 48,000 upon 96. Do the rough work, divide by 96 and you will get your answer as 96 5s are 480 and 2 zeros 500 is equal to 500 is your answer. Now these are the number of trees on one side. So to obtain the number of trees on both sides, we will have to multiply this number by 2. Therefore, number of trees on both sides is equal to 2 into number of trees on one side is equal to 2 into 500 is equal to 1000. If the trees are planted at the beginning of the road, then total number of trees will be how many? We didn't count what were planted at the beginning. We started directly with the interval. So if we count at the beginning of the road, we'll have to add 2 more, 1 on each side. So total number of trees is equal to 1000 plus 2 is equal to 1002. So final answer, total number of trees planted is 1000 or 1002. 1000 if you don't count the beginning and 1002 if you count the trees planted at the beginning of the road. Okay. So let's move to question number 3. Pradnya exercises regularly by walking along a circular path on a field. If she walks a distance of 3.825 kilometers in 9 rounds of the path, how much does she walk in one round? Now try to understand the sum. How much she walks is given in 9 rounds. And we have to find out how much she walks in one round. So ultimately we have to divide the total distance of her walking divided by 9 will give us how much distance she walks in one round. Okay. So solution, total distance walked in 9 rounds is equal to 3.825 kilometers. Therefore, distance walked in one round is equal to 3.825 divided by 9. Okay. Kindly ignore the 4 which is there. It's not supposed to be there. 3.825 divided by 9 is equal to 3825 upon 1000 divided by 9 upon 1 is equal to 3825 upon 1000 into the reciprocal 1 upon 9. Now 3825 is divisible by 9, so divide and you get 425 upon 1000 is equal to 0.425 kilometers. Therefore, total distance walked in one round is 0.425 kilometers. Question number 4. A pharmaceutical manufacturer bought 0.25 quintal of Hirada, a medicinal plant, for 9,500 rupees. What is the cost per quintal of Hirada? Now, cost per quintal of Hirada we can find when we divide the total cost which is given by 0.25 quintal. Okay, because we want to know per quintal. So let's see. Amount paid for 0.25 quintal of Hirada is equal to rupees 9,500. Therefore, cost per quintal of Hirada is equal to amount paid for 0.25 quintal of Hirada divided by 0.25 is equal to rupees. What's the amount? 9,500 divided by 0.25. 9,500 upon 1, we take it as a common fraction, divide by 25 upon 100. 0.25 is written as common fraction, 25 upon 100 is equal to 9,500 upon 1, multiply and write the reciprocal 100 upon 25 is equal to, now 25, you will divide 9,500 by 25, you get 380. 380 into 100 is 38,000. Thus, the cost per quintal of Hirada is rupees 38,000. So this way, we have completed practice set 17 and also we have completed chapter 5 decimal fractions. So practice these sums well. Try to understand the concepts. Okay. So stay safe, keep learning, and thank you.